Rocket Pat here. Hi guys, it's another hot rocket day in the jungle, and it's a little muggy and kind of hot. I'd say getting hot. Let's see what I got done this week. Well, on Johnny, good news is his hooker showed up on Monday, and the old boy's exhausted. You know, I made a video with that, a little short with that, and YouTube sure did suppress that video. Anyway, let's go, man, and see what I got done on Johnny since I got his left side hooker installed. Gotta say it fits pretty good. Probably gonna have to remove that piece of plastic right there to keep it from burning. I don't know, I mean, it might be all right, but I'm probably gonna go ahead and take that off anyway. The other cool thing I got done is the shifter is working. And let's see if I can make it go through its little commotions and everything over here. Let me see, where's the shifter? I can't see it because I'm not looking in the right direction. Oh, there the shifter is. All right, let's see if I can get it. All right, so all the way down past everybody. I did have to clearance a little bit of the back of that head. If you know LS's, there's a bolt back there. There's not one back there any longer. I shaved it off. But that gave me everything I needed to get the shifter to... Yeehaw! Hell yeah. All right. Super happy that I got the shifter working because that was important to me. I really like it when things look factory, work factory. And I've never been a fan of a floor shifter on a truck where the shifter's way down there by my boot. You know, I can handle it on the column. I'm cool. That's all right. I can deal with it. So let's see what else I got done on Johnny since I had his manifold here. That has allowed me to take care of his exhaust, which is he's exhausted part of his hookers came in. I guess YouTube just don't like my humor. My humor is the humor of a 13-year-old boy, and I don't care who don't like it. All right, come on, man. We're going up. Up, Johnny, up. I ain't gonna show you yet. Let me get this light right here. All right, so since I didn't have very much car work this week as far as customers go, I did have a four-wheel brake job this week, and I had a blown catalytic converter, which was so blown up that it was causing the car not to be able to drive down the road. You hit the gas and it go, it wouldn't even move. So the customer had already replaced the catalytic converter. The car only has 88,000 miles, shouldn't have replaced it. It's under warranty. Most catalytic converters are 100,000 miles, 10 years, 100,000 miles by federal law. And yeah, so anyway, had to replace it because he'd already replaced it, and yeah, it was exhausting. Yeah. So after I got done doing that exhaust system, I did this exhaust system. Johnny has exhaust. Really proud of this exhaust. It came out really nice. I was going to go behind the cross member, and then I decided that it was much easier for me to just leave the cross member where it needs to be and go in front of the cross member because I happen to have some handy dandy 2.5-inch band clamps that are going to go right here, allowing me to disassemble the front half of the exhaust, leaving the back half of the exhaust in place. So, thinking ahead. Over here, cut the frame. We already knew that was going to happen. Focus in where I need you to. Down up in this groove, please. So anyway, got a little bit more trimming, but I don't think I'm going to trim anymore here. What I think I'm going to do is a couple of pie cuts on this first pipe coming out of the flange. And I'm going to, at that point, I'm going to put a little so I can move it up and angle it back a little. But I still want this 45 piece because this is out of one of those $99 kit, mandrel bent, 2.5-inch, whatever you want to call it, kits off of eBay. And it's actually worked out pretty well, and I need that to kind of stay where it can. This can still be everything's still in limbo here. I just got little tack welds everywhere, holding everybody in place so that if I need to adjust something, I can. I'm also gonna come over here and do a couple of pie cuts and do a couple of 45s so I can move this pipe probably kind of over to, maybe a ½ inch over, move it by adjusting this first pipe that comes out of the deal. But I got my shifter working. It clears the exhaust. When we look at it from the side, it looks pretty much level. When I'm down here, you're definitely gonna see it, but I think from the side, you're not gonna see it going down the road. And it might be just a tad below the plumb line, but for what I got. And if you buy these kits, there's that big U, and I'm sitting there thinking, man, that is just too tight of a U to work all over going over the rear end. So then I realized that, this is what you're supposed to do with it. And they came out great. I'm loving that look. That's 2.5 inch mandrel pipe, and I'll weld all that up. I think I'm gonna cut a little bit more off of each one of these so I can drop it down a little bit further away from the bottom of the cab right here. But it's the back of the cab. It's behind under the seat. You're not gonna feel any heat and everything. But I think that'll also help me line up better with the muffler. I only got one muffler. My dumbass buddy threw away the other muffler. Stupid. It pissed me off when he did that. Threw my damn Flowmaster away. But anyway, yeah, there you go. I'm all exhausted. So that's what we got done. See, that looks pretty cool, man. I just gotta say, that looks pretty nice. And where the pipes come together right here, there's gonna be a tab coming across them, holding everybody together so it's all solid one unit. And I'll get hangers and do all that kind of stuff. Now on our little lady car over here, didn't get anything done on the car itself, but I did, well, I had some work to come in this week, so that took up Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, I kind of jerked around with this. And then Friday, I went over to John's Mustangs, which is I'm in Clear Lake, which is the southeast side of Houston. John's Mustang is in Bel Air, which is in the west side of Houston, but over by the Galleria, where it's kind of really expensive and everything. So anyway, I had to go over there because I wanted to get some torque boxes for the car, and I was kind of thinking that maybe the Mustang torque boxes would be close enough, but no, they're too far off. That is not gonna work. So I'm gonna take both of those back. Got some frame rails for a Mustang that I'm hoping, even if at the least, I can use this structure right up in here to fix what's going on without having to build all this from scratch. Because that's kind of going to be time consuming and everything. And this is what the torque box should look like. And this is what I bought, so that's just not going to work. So the problem is that this is 14 gauge steel. And that's pretty thick. And I'm not so sure I'm going to be able to bend that very easy. So put on the old thinking cap. And these two beams right here sit on my my press, my hydraulic press from Harbor Freight, like 30 ton or whatever they are, 20 ton, 30 tons. So what I'm gonna do is you can see the 1/4 inch plate there. I'm going to weld that in there with a groove like I got right there. And this is a piece of all thread that when I got my lathe, I started playing with. And so I polished that up, and I'm gonna weld this to it. This goes up into the shank of my press, and this actually, it don't want to come out, but this red deal is in there because I was playing with that lathe when I bought that lathe. I was like, can I make that fit tight? So I made that fit pretty tight. So that's why I'm going to use it. So that way I can just justify the hour that I spent freaking with it when I got my lathe. Yeah, we'll go that route. So I'm going to weld that to give myself a T-bar to press a piece of sheet metal. And Monday I'll go get I guess I got to buy a 4x8 sheet of 14 gauge. I mean, it's not like I can't, use it on something. But yeah, that's the situation on the little girl car. A swing and a strike on some torque boxes. And I haven't checked the frame rails. But I'm confident I can use the frame rails as long as they're the right width. All right, guys, well, that's about all I got in the rocking world. Oh, the other thing I did make the pattern for the other floor pan. Yeah, floor pan, that's what the hell that is. All right, guys, well, that's about all my rambling I can take for the day, and probably all the rambling you can take for the day. And just know Johnny's in good hands, and we're gonna keep rocking and a rolling and a rolling and a rocking. Y'all keep grinding it down. Talk to y'all next time.